Hey you guys, what's going on? Today I wanted to talk about my Eagles because right now everyone is talking about who we're going to be picking up in free agency in the draft, and I'll be talking about that soon as well. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about who will be getting cut or traded this offseason. The Eagles are expected to have very little cap space going into the next season, so it's naturally expected that some players will be cut or traded. So I went to the Eagles official subreddit and found 4 players that people voted on who think should be cut this offseason. So the first guy that we'll be looking at is Jason Peters. While having a 9-time Pro Bowl tackle sounds awesome, unfortunately that comes with a price and he's expected to make $11 million next year. If we were to cut Peters, we would free up $9.2 million in cap space. Peters is now 35 years old and he still plays very well, but that price tag is pretty hefty. And with the Eagles drafting Big V last year, I think they were planning Peters' way out. So as much as I hate to say it, I think Jason Peters will be cut or potentially traded, even though his trade value probably isn't very high because of his age. The next guy that could be cut or traded will be Connor Barwin. Barwin has stated that he's willing to take a pay cut to remain as an Eagle. While that sounds great, I don't know if he really will be worth it and he will succeed in our current defense. Barwin is a fantastic outside linebacker in a 3-4 defense, but in the current Eagles 4-3 defense, he's forced to move to the defensive end position where he is vastly undersized and he really can't compete in that position. This is one that we're going to have to wait and see how the contract negotiation goes, but really, I don't think the Eagles can come to terms with him and expect him to perform, so I kind of think he might get traded, as sad as that is. The third guy I think that will be cut or traded is Ryan Matthews. Ryan Matthews, let's be honest, he wasn't that great this year. It was basically a coin flip each game to find out if he'll perform or fail that week. Cutting him would free up $3 million in cap space. I don't really see Ryan Matthews having very high trade value because he's very injury prone and overall his performance is pretty lackluster. I think the Eagles will be moving on from Matthews this offseason, whether it be through cutting him or finding someone who will trade for him. The fourth guy that could be cut or traded is Leotis McKelvin. People are all over this and people want him to be cut right away. I kind of get it, but I'm not completely sold on it. I really don't think the Eagles should move on from McKelvin yet. Cutting him would only free up $2.8 million, so he's not a very expensive player. However, he hasn't played a full 16-game season since 2011, but you can't really argue with his numbers, and his numbers show that he was our best cornerback this year. And Nolan Carroll is expected to come back. I don't really know what we would do with McKelvin. I don't think he should be cut. I don't think his trade value is very high either. So I think the Eagles would do a good job to keep him, at least for a depth position, just kind of keep him as a backup. I really can't see the Eagles trading him or just flat out cutting him. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys think someone else should be cut or traded, let me know in the comments below. We can talk about it. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel. I am Motionless Gaming, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.